Blog Talk Radio.
I'm your host, Davina Shinsky, and you're listening to Live Without Limits, coming to you on the Blog Talk Radio Network. Today's show is titled, What Every Entrepreneur Needs to Know About Hiring and Firing Employees, 6 Secrets to Building a 7-Figure Team. Even if you're a small businessman working from home, as a solopreneur, you still need to outsource work. And to do so, you need to understand and know how to find the right person to work with. And today, they're known as independent contractors. It's not so much about employees. And the idea is to remember this. When you're working with someone, your personalities have to mesh. You have to be able to communicate effectively with each other. So hiring the right person is the best way able to ensure that you have the opportunity to work with someone that can help you with the same vision in growing your business. The number one fastest way to add 2 times your profits is to slash 10 to 20 hours off your work week and create the life of freedom and adventure that you've always wanted to become. A matter of finding, hiring, and training amazing team members. Now, as an entrepreneur in today's marketplace, since we've had the pandemic, things have totally changed. Now it's working from home, and it's using technology, and it's using software like Zoom or GoToWebinar, where you can get into a virtual room and communicate with each other, or use tools like Trello, where you can go and put information up for someone else in your team to be able to access and work on, rather than sitting down at a table across from them and communicating and talking and working out. So there's different ways of doing things. And, the millennials, and especially Generation Z, who grew up in the digital age, they're so used to using FaceTime and texting that they think nothing of how they isolate from each other, because they could be sitting at a table and still texting each other, because they just don't know how to communicate with words. Unfortunately, 95% of the entrepreneurs I coach have no clue what they're doing when it comes to hiring and firing, and they needlessly struggle for years because they're surrounded by B players. But don't worry, in today's show, I'm going to give you everything you need to know about hiring and firing employees so that you can build an unstoppable team of high performers who will help you expand the reaches of your empire and dominate your industry. Be crystal clear on your vision and brand. Imagine we bumped into each other on an elevator today. Could you tell me in under 60 seconds what your brand stands for, what your vision is? If the answer is no, this is exactly why you're struggling to attract the right people to your team. It's been said that when there is no vision, the people perish. And these words are as true today as they were thousands of years ago. When you have a clear, concise vision that other people want to be in part of, the right individuals will naturally be attracted to your vision, and the wrong people will be pushed away. What does your business serve? What problems are you trying to solve? What ethics and standards do you hold yourself to? What is the impact that you're trying to have? When you can answer these questions clearly and quickly, more importantly, when you are so crystal clear that the other people can answer those questions just by looking at your website or social media, the right people will come looking for you. Listen, high performers do care about the money, and should everyone. But to attract superstar talent to your business, you need to offer more than a steady paycheck. You need to give them a vision, a mission that excites them, a purpose bigger than themselves that is worth their time and energy and attention. When you get this right, everyone becomes easier. Spend some time today getting clear on your brand and vision, and more specifically, ensuring that every piece of content that you share with the world reflects on your brand and vision. If you'll do this, your team and business will grow faster than ever before. I often go on Quora and look at the questions, and because of the pandemic and people losing their income, because Quora pays you to ask questions, I see the same question written 10 different ways, but basically saying and asking the same thing. And a lot of people don't understand what a brand is, and they don't understand what their vision is, how they can look into and envision the end result of what their business is going to look like. Because if you can see it, then you need to learn how to put it into words so it becomes someone else's vision as well. This is often something that so many people don't even understand how to incorporate into their business. Be ruthless and politically incorrect in your job ads. What are my secrets to finding and keeping amazing employees on my team is something I call my politically incorrect ad. But I will give you a quick rundown of what it is and how it works. To start, instead of doing what everyone else in the industry does and writing a headline about being a part of an amazing movement, you're going to be honest. Most of my job ads start out the same way. You probably aren't a good fit for this position. I know this seems counterintuitive, but trust me, here, high performers are defined by the competitive drive and desire to seek out greater challenges. If you lead by showcasing all the reasons that someone should not apply to work for you, you'll automatically filter out the B players and ensure that only the best of the best even consider applying. Once you've created your filter, take a few paragraphs to explain all of the benefits that potential employee will receive, the responsibility they will have, and what would make for a greater match. Focus specifically on the non-monetary benefit. When you find a superstar employee, they'll likely to so much grow to your business that you'll be paying them 2 to 3 times the stating salary within a year anyway. What kind of culture do you have? Do you offer a flexible schedule? What are your employee benefits? Why would someone want to work for you? Then give them a tangible action, step, and challenge, like rewriting a sales page, improving a marketing funnel, overcoming an objection with the detailed instructions to weed out the lazy and careless and invite them to apply. I guarantee that if you take this approach, you'll attract better candidates who are looking to build their career with you, not just a paycheck. Now, here's the kicker. You can also go to freelance sites like Elance or Upworks or even Fiverr, because what you're doing is looking for someone who works from home that can do the graphics or do the article writing or do whatever it is that you need to done for your business, where all you have to do is literally just farm it out to them. Tell them what you want and then have them return it to you. And when you're trying to find that perfect person, maybe you'll farm out the same thing to 3 different people and see which one comes back with the best result. And then that's the one that you can contract with to help you build that successful business that you're truly looking for. Embrace the hiring grind. I was recently asked, how long does it take to get at hiring? My honest answer, forever. It's like getting good at being married. You're always working on it. Listen, one of my clients owns a billion-dollar manufacturing company, and here's what he said to one of our weekly calls. I never figured out the perfect hiring process, and I personally hired hundreds of people in my 30-year career. You're always going to get people that simply don't get it or can't handle the work, and it becomes evident pretty quickly. So y'all have to move on fast. As soon as it's apparent that someone isn't picking things up, they're gone. My client still makes mistakes with hiring, and you will too, especially when you first start. So as you're going through this process, take it easy on yourself. And remember, the hiring and firing is a skill, just like anything else. No one who writes a $1 million sales page on their first try, and very few people making a winning hire on the first attempt. One of the tricks to hiring the right people is for your business, is to hire slower. Sure, you know someone is the right fit, it's okay, just snag them quickly, but don't just take the first person who seems to fit all the qualifications on paper. It'll be disappointing if someone has 10 years of relevant experience that happens to be paired with an insufferable personality and ego complex. Remember, when you hire new team members, you aren't just making the hire for yourself. You also need to take the time to find the right person for your team. It's not worth it to bring on someone who has the skills you need, but brings the rest of the team down. When you take the time to hire slowly, you'll weed out the people who just need to pay their bills. you'll probably annoy some people with your hiring process. They won't stick around. But then those aren't the people who will help build your empire anyway. What better way to find the best applicants than by going to those who already do exceptional work? Ask how your best team members found you and what stood out to them during the hiring process. Check if your team has any referrals for people who would do great work and who they enjoy working with. The hiring process is something that, if you look back to the 1960s and the 1970s and the 1980s, back when corporations were first growing and they would hire people, they would often bring in independent consultants to offer communication skills training, assessment profiles, leadership skills, time management skills, value skills. The idea being that especially team building skills, because how you work with someone is very important with how the success of your business will go. And today, those companies don't offer the same types of training. And for many years, speakers and trainers depended on getting contracts with these corporations to come in and do the training and sell their products to them. Today, they are now having their own websites, creating their own e-learning courses, creating their own video training courses. The idea being that this is what it is. You should go out and get the training on your own. Show that you put the effort into having the skills that will make you an asset to the company, because companies are looking for people who take the initiative to go out and get the skills they need before they even start looking for the job. Use this secret to conduct a stunning interview. If you want to find the best people for your team, this interview process is how you'll do it. Start by going to your tribe, wherever they hang out. Advertise your open position via a podcast, your email list, your Instagram stories, everywhere. Send them to an application page on the new website. In the job application, make sure there is homework, a 5-minute task that can weed out 90% of the applicants who aren't the right fit for robo submissions. This simple task will tell you who is on the right track to be a part of your team. The homework can be something like, go to my page, tell me 3 things that I can do better. What it is, keep it simple. After weeding out the people who actually do the task, pick out those who have great resumes and move forward. Remember, you don't need a ton of applicants. You just need the right one. Do a 10-minute phone screening, asking the questions. Describe your current position. What do you love about the current job? What do you want? Oh, why do you want to leave your job? What are your career goals? Why do you want to work for us? Here's our culture. Will you fit in? Do you have any questions for me? From there, move to a 90-minute top grading style interview with 3 people, you, a second in command, and one other person from your team. Check out articles for ideas on how to use a top grading style during your interview and using job scoreboards to ensure that you get the best candidate. for your company. Remember, hire slowly. Take your time. If you want to do another interview, do it. If you want candidates to do a simple task, ask them, but pay them for their time. Use this process to find your rockstar team members. Find people who get your vision. They may not know exactly how to implement it at first, but the right people won't take long to figure it out. Now, in this time, all the technology available to us, you need to understand just how Instagram stories or Facebook ads or even going to your tribe in different social media can really help you to hire the right person for your job or to help you with your business, because everyone today is looking for a way to work from home, and they have the skills, but they need the opportunity and they need to learn. And one of the things that I'm doing is I'm writing a course on how to build a business online working from home. And the purpose is to help people understand just how to connect with the right people that can help them build their business successfully. The number one question to determine when you should fire. Here's a simple question that will let you know in 3 seconds whether or not you should let someone in your team go. And be ready, because here it is. Would I enthusiastically rehire this person knowing everything that I know about them today? If the answer is no, then let them go. Listen, I'm all for giving people chances. Sure, you'll have employees who mess up and make honest mistakes. It is up to you to give them the coaching and guidance they need to succeed. I believe in helping others improve, but there's a difference between team members whose failures are the result of incompetence, something that can be trained, and a lack of commitment. Training won't help. If you have a team member who is not committed, who isn't willing to grow and improve, to meet your standards, stop waiting, hesitating, procrastinating, or go find someone who will. It's unlikely that this person can be fixed. Less than 5% chance of that. So they need to go, and they need to go now. Give them the 30 days notice max, but preferably 2 weeks. There's no need to try to force this unfortunate relationship for longer than you have to. It doesn't have to be either you or your business. So, understand that if you need to quit a relationship with someone in business, especially if you're contracting with them to do the business and you find that they don't have the same vision that you have, always remember this. Go back and find out how they're doing as a team. Remember, there's the creator, the advancer, the refiner, and the enforcer. The creator understands and has the ideas. The advancer looks at all the ideas, and he can tell you which ones will work and which ones won't work. Then there's the refiner, and he literally whittles it down to make it a workable idea. And then the enforcer is the one who actually implements all those ideas. When you understand how to make all of them work together, it will help you to build your business much more successfully. How to fire gracefully. Hiring employees can be one of the most stressful tasks a business owner can handle, but I promise it will only make progress towards your ultimate vision. Be much slower if you try to force a relationship that isn't working, but the process doesn't have to be ugly. One business owner realized that she had made a mistake in hiring someone whose aggressive nature was having an effect on her team. She kindly told the new hire, "I don't think this is a great cultural fit for us. Let's not try to force this. You're talented and capable, but this just isn't the right fit." The conversation went so well that the person who was fired went out for drinks with the whole team that night. Letting someone go doesn't have to be the worst experience in your life. Try to consider their talents, but be honest about why it's not working so that they can take the criticism and use it for the benefit to the future. And once you've gotten rid of the weak link in your team, launch a hardcore search for a replacement who will help you build your empire using my hiring tips. If it's not easy to build an empire, but creating the right team will accelerate your success faster than you ever could on your own. It's worth the challenge of creating a meticulous hiring process and having tough conversations when professional relationships aren't working. It's often something that we need to look at and be aware of that we don't always understand. Hiring and firing can be stressful, not only on the person who's doing the hiring, as well as the person who is actually being the person looking for the job. And today, in today's marketplace, because of all the things that are going on, you need to be aware of how you as an individual can enhance all of the ideas. And remember this, when we talked about these 6 different things to be aware of, always remember that everything depends on the team working together and making it a success. So many times we don't understand, and that's why every business owner has to have a clear picture of exactly what his vision is and how to communicate that vision to everyone else. Because if you can do that correctly, then you will be hiring and connecting with the right people. Because remember, as a solopreneur, you have talents that you want to spend your time on. But you may need someone who does your blogs for you, who can build your website, who can do your social media, and any other things. Well, you may not need just one person, but you may need a team of experts. So be aware of this, because even as a coach and a career coach, I create multiple streams of income because I repurpose all my products. So we can help you to understand and build those skills. And go to my website, that's the number 1, personalcareercoach.com, and you can take our course or get coaching